Well, hello, Doug.
Hey, Scott, how you doing?
We're in Urbana, Ohio. This is March what did we decide?
March the 11th.
March the 11th. And I brought Brittany and a couple of the other girls who are doing a hair school in Nashville.
Yeah.
And I thought this is be a great opportunity, not that much further on up here. So we came up and had lunch with Doug. You cooked an awesome lunch.
Well, thank you.
It was quite amazing. And so he was giving me a tour and an update. I said, well, let's just put this thing on video and let the folks who follow us at our museum kind of see what we're doing.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
We were able to acquire or rent the other part of the hangar. We'll show the folks that here in a minute.
Yep.
But,
so this is our main shop area, and it's about 50 foot by 50 foot. And so we were able to acquire the middle section of this building, and so that has doubled our space. And so we've been doing some upgrades over there, new lights. We got the heat fixed and all that over there, but we have some of the parts for the travel air over there. And there's some guys working. You want to go? We can start over there.
We can start over there if you like.
Yeah,
but this is really nice. You got everything painted. We got our banners hung. So let's take a look through here. Awesome.
So these are the high school guys that come and help us every day. And this is the right wing of the airplane, and some water got into the aileron cuff area. And so this is 16th-inch mahogany plywood in here, and it delaminated quite a bit along here. So they're removing the 16th-inch plywood, and we'll get this all cleaned up, sanded down, cleaned up, and then we'll lay a new layer of plywood in here.
Awesome, and I looked that you took some plywood off here as well.
Yes, this was all. We're not going to remove this, but this had a big buckle in it.
Okay.
And really from photographs, this wasn't supposed to be here.
Okay.
So we'll probably just clean this up and get this off, and so we'll be all set there.
Well, this is a beautiful hangar. I'm so glad we got it. And there's a couple of our O2s, and you're going to get this thing painted, maybe epoxy coat the floor here pretty soon.
I would love to epoxy coat the floor, especially if we're not going to do the whole thing. I think we're going to do the whole thing, but at least in this area over here, because this is going to be where we're doing our fabric.
Okay.
So we're making a lot of dust over there, sawdust and things like that, but we need a clean area because soon we're going to start putting fabric on some stuff.
I'd say do the whole thing. So we'll go next door and give us an update. I was here just before Christmas, and you've done a lot of work since then.
So I think we've given an update on these before, but I'm so proud of these. These are the ailerons for the Travel Air. And two of our volunteers, John and Leroy, they're working down on that wing right now. They reconstructed all of the ribs. They removed all the old ribs because the trailing edge had been rolled down, and actually the trailing edge of the ribs were broken because of the cotton pulled so tight. And so they removed all of this, new trailing edge, all new ribs, and they turned out perfect. These, Scott, if it were nicer today and I had the material, these are ready for fabric.
Ready for cover. I mean, they're works of art.
Yep.
That's what they are. The workmanship is just
We've
amazing.
got 2 coats of epoxy varnish on them, so now that wood is going to be preserved forever, and they're just fantastic. We're still working on this wing a little bit. A while back, we replaced the tip bow on this wing, and it turned out great. This is one of the jobs that the high school guys got to participate in, and a couple other guys, and it turned out fantastic. So just some more cleanup work here. All of our ribs, we did a lot of repair on this wing, straightening out the ribs, but that's all done. As soon as we get a new bottom fuel tank bay, the other one, again, some moisture got into and delaminated, so we're replacing the plywood skin on the bottom of the fuel tank bay. Okay. And then the cap strip on the butt rib needs replaced. And so that's what they're working on down there today, and we can wander down there in a minute. But while we're here, let's get an update on everybody on the fuselage.
Okay.
So all of the formers that make up the side structure of the airplane that holds the fabric off the tubing are now done. And that was, quite frankly, it turned into more of a project than I thought. Getting all of this just right, and I'm not going to go into the reasons why, but it was it was a job, and we had plumb bobs and strings, making sure everything was correct from side to side, smart levels, and it took longer than I thought was going to, but they are done now. And so all the verticals are done. Now we just simply need to connect the dots with some horizontal pieces. Our window bay will be right here, so just some wood in here, complete the window bay and the framing. The hard part is done. That's the good news. And then here's our floor, and this is our 1/4-inch mahogany plywood floor, and we made it in 3 pieces, so that way if we ever need to do some work onto the cables or on the cables underneath the floor, this middle section can come out.
Because it was built just as a one piece.
Originally it was a one piece.
Very difficult to pull out.
And then we had to scarf it together right here. So there's a 10-to-1 splice right here. And if you feel that, Scott, you can't even feel it.
No, it's...
So
and you did a video of how you did that over
Yeah.
on the radial arm saw,
Over on
set
the
up
radial
a
arm
10-to-1 angle on that, and it was just amazing how you did that.
Yeah. So all of our formers here. I'm excited. We're going to get to start working on the door over there pretty soon. We're going to make a new door. And but now that the formers on each side of the door are done, now we know the exact shape, and we can get going on that here pretty soon. I think you saw this when you were here at Christmas, but our turtle deck turned out real well. Some new ribs in it, and new plywood skin.
And the seats just make the airplane, don't they?
They do. The seats are just incredible. I couldn't be happier with how Helen Cribbs down in Springfield, Ohio, wove all these seats together, and we've got 2 coats of shellac on them. The amber just makes them.
Yeah, I had not seen
just gorgeous.
the shellac, and I hope it comes out of this camera. This is just absolutely beautiful. Just gorgeous. And very original. Just exactly the same
That's
material
right.
used in 1929.
Same materials from in
That's
1929.
metal infused or paper infused metal, really, metal white.
Right. So all of the horizontal strands are just simply twisted paper, the fiber rush, and then these supports that make up the vertical run has a wire core in the middle of them. Yep.
Just amazing.
Yeah. So we had one of our newest volunteers, Catherine, over there. Wave at everybody. There
Hey,
you go.
Catherine. Now, how old are you?
How old are you? What?
16.
She's 16.
16.
And what's our oldest that we got working on this thing?
Who's the oldest? Marvin, maybe? How old are you, Marvin?
65.
84.
16 to 84 working
That's
on the
right.
project.
That's right. We have, I think the current count is about 16 volunteers that are helping on the project, Scott.
Isn't that amazing?
It's just fantastic.
That's a
Yep.
testament to your leadership
Well,
that
thank
people
you.
want to follow.
Thank you.
And,
Appreciate
and
that.
learn a lot.
But your friend Roger Deere brought these to us, and these are the brace wires for the fuselage that keeps the fuselage in rig. And so Catherine today, she tied all these anti-chafing patches between the wires so that way they don't rub.
That's beautiful.
Say hi to everybody, Leroy.
Hello, everybody.
How you doing, Leroy?
Oh, I said that wrong. Hi, y'all.
Well, Leroy spent a little time in Texas, so it wore off.
Oh, my goodness.
Or
It's
wore on.
It's coldest I've ever been in Texas. 25 degrees.
But did we have fun?
Oh, my goodness. We had more fun.
And you're going to fly your Tri-Pacer down
And I'm
here
bringing my
this
Tri-Pacer
summer.
down, and I probably have my son come with me to make sure
I love it.
some adult supervision here.
We can't wait.
That's right.
I'm looking forward to it.
So if you want to come over here. There you guys ran out. So this is the fuel tank bay right here, and it sits inside a cavity. So there's a plywood skin right over this, and that was the part that had some moisture damage, and so we're replacing that. And then this rib, this butt rib here, the root rib, the cap strip, it had broken in a couple places, so we just went ahead and took the cap strip off. We're going to make some new cap strip. In fact, I think it's going to get loud here in a minute because they're going to turn on the planer and make that. And then this is a new piece as well. here at the root of the rear spar, this 1/8" plywood had delaminated a little bit, so we peeled it off. We're gluing on a new piece, and it'll be just like new.
So the wings were in good shape. You're not having to rebuild them all, but they definitely need restoration.
They needed some restoration.
Need a little loving.
Yeah, little TLC. Down here we have the landing gear. We did a lot of work on the landing gear, and so this is the aft V, and that's the one on both gear that had quite a bit of corrosion. And so
There was corrosion on the inside too, wasn't it?
yeah. And so we were able to save the attach point of the airplane, and so we rigged all that up, cut out this tube all the way to the base, put in a new tube. Both gear had this reinforcement on it, so we went ahead and put that reinforcement back on. But that's all ready to go.
Wow.
So the weather is starting to break now in Ohio, and so I just told one of the guys while we were having lunch, bring your clothes on Wednesday. We're going to start taking some of this stuff outside, sandblasting it. And then John, one of our other volunteers, has been working real hard. We have a paint booth now in the middle bay that's in kind of a room off in the corner. And so we're able to sandblast all of this stuff outside, take it right into our paint booth, get it painted, and so we're going to start really moving on some of this stuff.
Fantastic.
Yep.
If you were taking a wild guess, when do you think you got even a shot at considering fabric on the fuselage? How far away are you think?
On the fuselage?
Yes, sir.
We have to get the engine back from Radial Engines.
Okay.
And before we put fabric on the fuselage or the wings, we need to do a trial assemble of the airplane, because we have to run all of our cables. We're replacing the control cables, so we'll have to run all of that. So I'm not sure on the fuselage, probably this summer.
Okay.
But we have a lot of tail feathers and stuff over here that are ready to go right now. We're going to start doing fabric work here real quick.
Fantastic. Well, I sure do appreciate the update. It's just so much fun to come, and I can't wait for you to come back to Texas to see us.
Oh, I can't wait, that was a lot of fun.
So with that being said, we'll go ahead and sign off here from Mid-America Flight Museum North. And until we meet again or you post another video. And everybody just really loves the videos. Yeah, this is a 12-minute video, and people don't like it. They don't have to watch it. That's the great thing about social media. But a lot of people are real interested in what we're doing.
Yeah.
That's part, I see everything going on here. Honoring veterans. How many veterans you got working for you today? I mean, it's a lot of
I've
veterans.
got 1, 2, 3, 4, at least 4 that I know of. 4
Right here
veterans that
today.
are here today that are working.
And so the veterans, I see Art up there. We gave him riding the Mustang,
right.
and he just turned 95, I believe.
Right. Part of the mission is educating the youth. We've got 4 high school students that are here today.
Every day, aren't you? You got,
3 of them are here every day.
isn't that something?
And one of them was from what I understand, sick this morning.
I got you.
And so is here today.
I got you.
So yeah.
Hopefully they don't watch this video.
Hopefully not.
The principal. And so it's mentoring kids, a supporting community. This
That's
is a
right.
huge community.
It's a huge community.
And then
yeah.
the last thing of our mission is preserving aviation history. And by gosh, if that's not going on, I have never seen.
Well,
it.
we're doing that.
So
that's
that's
for sure.
certainly been going on. But Doug, we appreciate you, and we'll go ahead and sign off since the planer's getting started.
All right, sounds good, Scott.
See you
Thanks
later.
for coming up.
Thank you.